Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Because Verizon blows, and I saw the thing spinning before I came on. I wasn't going to do a video tonight, and then I saw something again. Donnie's Presidential Library, they unveiled it today. And AI rendering, of course, like everything. And there's a huge gold statue involved. Now, there was a gold statue at CPAC in 2021 or something. I can't remember. I have it here. That may be like the first time it was introduced, the idea. Or maybe it was it was introduced back during his first term. I'm sure someone made a statue. I should have looked at that. I forgot. I have a feeling someone made one. I have a vague memory of it. But the first time it was introduced was in February of 2025. February 25, 2025, I believe. A month into Donnie's Reich, his second term. The final term. There will be no more. For anyone. Donnie's just going to continue, is what I'm trying to say, if we go past the 4 years. That's obvious. He ain't refurbishing the bunker for nothing, son. So the first time it was introduced to us, because we all have short attention spans and there's so much evil being thrown in our faces and being done in the first term, before the first term, in the intervening 4 years where Biden with plenty of evil, Donnie, the whole thing, every day. Then when he got back in, my God, and right before, just nonstop abominations and evil. So it's hard to remember it all, and that's the point of them overwhelming us with it. To wear everyone out. Too many things to keep track of. Too many things to control. Too many things to pay attention to. That's the point. Blitzkrieg. In another form. On steroids, on the devil. Even worse than the real Blitzkrieg that Germany was doing back in the day. So the first time the gold statue was introduced to us via an AI video for Trump Gaza. Now, Bibi and Donnie had laid out their plans somewhat. The resorts in Gaza have been talked about since Donnie's first term. Jared Kushner mentioned it. And Donnie mentioned the great real estate there, what they would love to do with it. This idea had been around, again, since the first term. Donnie and Bibi were best friends. All these plans are old. He just couldn't execute them last time. He didn't have the sycophants. He didn't have Pete Hegseth. For instance, the person that did the video, I never really looked into who did it because I know who did it, Satan. And I know who wanted it out, Donnie and Bibi. I don't care what anyone tells me. Jesus could come down from heaven and tell me that they had nothing to do with it. And this other guy just made this thing. This known person who's been in movies or done movie scores, done music. I have no fucking clue who he is. I just saw his name for the first time. I didn't even know someone else made it. I didn't even know they admitted someone made it. The person's Israeli. Shocker. From Israel. So that doesn't surprise me. But it's a younger, not that young. I think they're in their 50, 58 or something now. I can't remember. And their name, damn it, Vital. Solo Vital. How could I forget? So this person's kind of known. They've done a little out in the public work, music and movies. I never heard of him, but whatever. I'm not Israeli. He made, I just read about it today. I never really researched it because I knew what it was when I was looking at it. I didn't need to research it. It was the plan. They were showing it to us. So Solo Vital makes this 30 seconds, and I thought it was longer than that, but whatever. That's what it says. And he just said something in March that AI shouldn't be used in politics. He just said that recently. But that don't fool me, son. So he makes this 30-second thing, complete with the gold statue of Donnie. And take a look at it. This was the first time it was introduced, a month in. I wanted to get the date because I knew it was shortly after the inauguration. It wasn't that many months. In fact, it wasn't months at all. It was 1 month after his inauguration. We see this. And I showed it to you, and I've mentioned it many times. The man alleges, and the internet alleges, that it was satire. You know, son, when I watched it, I really didn't get a satire kind of feeling. I don't know about you. I got a devil kind of feeling all over that motherfucker. So here we go again. It was a joke. And I'm surprised it went viral. I'm surprised people are posting it. Really? It's professional grade AI. It might as well have been done by Disney, for fuck's sake. And you're surprised people are looking at it? I'm not buying the story. And again, I don't care if Christ himself came down. Oh, yo, this innocent Mr. Vital, Solo Vital, he just made this. He was trying to be funny. And he just made it. That might be plausible. Except the gold statue thing is specific to Donnie. And it was only really done once at CPAC, I believe, in 2021. It's the only publicized. It's what popped up when I did the search. Nothing really before that. So this person just guessed that Donnie's all about the gold statue. Just guessed it. Right? Satan? Right? No, I'm not buying it, son. Mr. Vital, I don't believe a goddamn word you say. Get the fuck out of here. Donnie then posted it. It was all over the internet. Look, Donnie or Bibi couldn't take credit for making this fucking thing. It would start World War III. And some Muslim countries did condemn it, and there was a little talk, but nothing major, son. So then what gets said? Oh, it's satire made by this Vital guy. We got nothing to do with it. What are you talking? He just happens to be Israeli. A known Israeli. With a following. Just happens to be. And he put the exact plan and the exact dreams of Bibi and Donnie into a 30-second AI and included Leon in there too for some reason. And just happened to put a huge gold statue. Literally what Donnie's been asking everyone to do. Not asking, telling, son. So, Mr. Vital, I don't believe you, son. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. I don't care who says it. I know what vibe I got from this thing. And I didn't get the vibe satire whatsoever. I got the vibe Satan. Every second of it. I felt the devil all over it, son. So I don't believe you. And again, I don't care if Christ came down right now and tried to convince me this man's innocent. He just made it as a joke. This high money ass, perfectly crafted fucking, again, Disney might as well have made it. It's so, professional grade. He just felt like doing it, right? For fun, to make a joke. Get the fuck out of here. So again, this is when it was first introduced, 2025. February this came out. A month in, son, before any of the bombs were dropped. I'm not buying it, son. Get the fuck out of here. BB and Donnie wanted this done, especially Donnie. How do I know? The gold statue reeks of Donnie, his involvement. Get the fuck out of here. That is fucking satire. Nice try, son. 2021 CPAC meeting in Orlando featured a gold Trump statue holding a little Bitcoin. 2021. This person that wrote this article, it's some kind of Baptist news, because I was looking for the gold statue that the Baptist church was raising money for. That's actually not true according to the internet. The only things I can find on it were a post on Facebook, a post on X, and a post on Reddit, I think. So that sounds not to be true. So I was wrong about that when I reported that, according to the internet. So the Baptist church isn't raising money for a gold statue. That was a rumor on the internet I should have checked into further, but I believed it because so many people are doing it. So 2021 CPAC, they had this. Which is ironic because Donnie's the Antichrist, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Hand you a mark, offer you a Bitcoin, offer you a mark. Donnie coin. So it's kind of ironic. It's personified into a statue. 2021. That other statue I just showed you again, that's from Solo Vital's Trump Gaza commercial. That's allegedly satire. That's from 2025. In February, 1 month after these motherfuckers got in. So this is one of the earliest gold statues I'm seeing. So you're saying from this one idea, this thing being at CPAC for 5 minutes, this man then 4 years later had this in mind, just guessed that Donnie's all about that? No. 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 Now the Bitcoin statue outside the U.S. Capitol. It was only there for a short time. It was a publicity stunt. This is from Wednesday, September 17, 2025. So we get the Trump Gaza commercial. Then we get this gold statue in September, briefly displayed outside the Capitol. It looks like the same one to me, but maybe it isn't. So again, the only thing that dude had to go on was the CPAC statue from 2021, because he made his video in February of 25. I'm not buying that. It's too specific to Donnie. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. So we got the 2021 CPAC. We got the 2025 commercial with the gold statue. Now we got the 2025 in September gold statue being at the Capitol with the Bitcoin again, which is funny because that's literally what Donnie's here to do, offer you something. a digital currency, a one world currency, and a mark, which I'm sure a pledge will go along with. I would bet my life on it. It's the point of it. Not whatever they put on you or in you. That's just for tracking and to monitor you inside, and maybe it could kill you too. They hit a button, who knows? The point isn't what they put on you or in you. The point is the pledge. The action goes along with the pledge, but the pledge is most important. Who is more about loyalty and pledges of undying loyalty than this fat fucking diapered thing? I never seen anyone more about it. Makes him the perfect candidate. What will you be doing when you take the mark? Very clearly and simply stated. Whether you agree or not, don't matter. Whether you accept my interpretation, don't matter. The point of the mark is the pledge, is the renouncement of whatever you believe, to believe and worship the devil. That's the point of it. They'll say you need to worship the image and the beast, the image of the beast and the beast. That's how it'll be presented. But what you will be doing will be pledging your worship of the devil, that the devil is God. That's what you will be doing in action and in word in that moment. Therefore, you are irredeemable. There's no I changed my mind. Several have put the idea forth that maybe the mark changes you genetically or does something to you where you're no longer a creation of God. You're some malformed other thing. I don't know. I don't really think that's necessary. I think it's more about the pledge. It's what the devil's wanted since the beginning of time. Again, whether you believe it or not, don't matter. Or if you like it or not, don't matter. If I like it, don't matter. Because I hate it, son. You don't even know. That's why it's so important what I'm saying to you for 10 years. I wasn't just doing political commentary, again, even if you call it politics. You wish it was politics, son. Then your country wouldn't be over. Then your world wouldn't be fucking over. And I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I'd be fucking sleeping. Happily. Peacefully. Because what you will be doing in that moment, again, is pledging your worship, your belief in the devil as God. And that's all that little imp has ever wanted. Most of all, what does Donnie want most of all? The adoration of the world for us to look at him as God. God the Father had his proxy called Jesus Christ. The devil has his proxy called Donnie fucking shitbags. If you worship Jesus, then you worship God the Father. Automatic, son. They are one. And three and one. Whether you understand that concept or not, whether I do, don't matter. So you have a reciprocal concept. You have a false trinity and a real one. You have a mockery of the real trinity via the false trinity, the false prophet, the Antichrist, the devil. That's the false trinity. So when they come to you and say, you must worship this image, you must worship this man, they are saying you must worship the devil. For that man is the proxy of the devil, as Christ was the proxy of God the Father. Real simple. Everything's an inversion. Everything's a mockery. Always. You'll notice that pattern if you notice patterns throughout history books and the Bible. Always mockery. Always inversion. That's why the upside down pentagram is so significant. That's real, son. Female Freemasons don't put it on their gravestone for nothing. Not for fun. That's why the star is inverted. And it just happens to form the goat when you invert it. Isn't that interesting? That's not an accident. The upside down pentagram is a perfect illustration of the devil. Straight inversion. The sky ain't blue. It's magenta. It's neon purple. What are you talking about? That Jesus guy isn't a good guy. That devil guy's a good guy. That God isn't God. I'm God. A fucking imp saying that. Stupid little imp. Naught but an ant in comparison. Who dares think he can take God the Father on in any significant way? It's so sad to watch the desperation. So one more time so I can move on, because I shouldn't even be doing this. I should be fucking sleeping. We get the CPAC statue of 2021. We get the Donnie Satire commercial in February, a month into the Reich here. And I'm sure it was only satire. Right, Mr. Solo? Right, jerk off. Then we get the 2025 in September at the Capitol with the Bitcoin. Again, now there's more to this. A bunch of Bitcoin guys financed that statue, the 2025. And they did that as a publicity stunt. They were able to display it for, I forget how long, days, a day, I don't remember, in front of the Capitol. So we get headline, people take pictures, everyone get mad about it. I get pissed, I talk, you know what I mean? It becomes a thing. Why? Because they had a meme coin to go along with it. And they thought they would make so much money on the coin, the meme coin, that they'd have no problem paying for the statue. Statue, I don't know if the full cost is $90,000, but it's what they owe. Well, the meme coin did great at first, and now it's worth jack shit. it's worth, way less than it used to be. So these big time crypto guys, they don't even have 90,000 bucks between them, because it's more than one, to pay the sculptor. So the sculptor has the statue in his studio, and he's not releasing it till he gets his 90 G's. So they stiffed the guy that made the fucking statue. They got the PR stunt to hype their meme coin. They made a bunch of money at first, which they probably spent in 5 fucking seconds. Then the value of the coin dropped significantly in the present right now, worth way less than it was. To the point the artist has to hold the product and won't release it because they deadbeats who won't pay him for the fucking statue. Now, that's the devil's son, and that's what the sculptor got involved with. That's the crypto guys. My God. That's Donnie too. So, of course, the sculptor didn't fucking get paid. Donnie talked about the statue in Venezuela. He wants to make sure they make a statue of him. I'm sure it'll be gold. They stole a bunch of gold from Venezuela. Donnie talked about it. So they got some, if Donnie left them any. So I assume Donnie expects his statue to be gold down in Venezuela. What else for Donnie? We've seen it, so many times already before the Venezuela thing happened. Before he, blurted that out. And I forget, one of his aides was talking about some, political event, oil, something like that. And he's like, forget that shit. What about my statue, asshole? When they putting that up? So we have another statue now, I'm sure gold, in Venezuela. He demands. Just like he demanded it be in that commercial that lion-ass Solo guy said was satire. Now we have the Donnie Presidential Library all of a sudden because everyone's bringing up the fact, including senators, that a bunch of people gave Donnie a bunch of money for his library, and then the library plans got scrapped, and Donnie put that money right the fuck in his pocket. So he got caught in a straight-up theft, in a straight-up grift, and everybody knows it, and everybody, including Elizabeth Warren, is talking about it and bringing attention to it. So what do we have next? What comes out a week later, whatever? This comes, an AI rendering of something that's probably never going to be built. Because Donnie pocketed the fucking money. The Trump Presidential Library. That's allegedly what it will look like if it's ever built. I doubt it ever will be. This is just a cover to say, look, I didn't pocket the money, mommy. I didn't shit my pants. I swear. Look, we got pictures. Purely because people are drawing attention. He doesn't give a fuck about a library. Purely because Elizabeth Warren and the world is bringing up the fact that he just pocketed the library money. This will be inside if it's ever built. And boy, they made Donnie nice and slim, huh? The closest thing to a Nazi salute he can do. And get away with. The big assassination attempt. I thought he used the other hand, but whatever. Maybe it is that hand. I don't know. I'm looking at it in reverse on the screen, in reverse again. I think it was that hand, actually, now that I'm looking at the picture correctly. I don't know. What's this? The fifth or sixth gold statue we're discussing here? And he just blurts out in the middle of a Reich meeting, a cabinet meeting, in front of the whole world. All cameras were on, all TV stations, We were all watching. And he just cuts the guy off in mid-sentence. When the fuck they put my statue up? Fuck the masses and gas prices. Who gives a fuck? I'm grifting here. I want glory. I want, adoration. I want tribute. I want statues in gold. So again, Mr. Vital, you just guessed this? You just know Donnie so well because this one thing that you put in your commercial is utterly specific to him. So again, I'm just not buying it, man. $2021 CPAC. 2025 in the Gaza commercial. That's February of 25. That's a month after Donnie got in. Let's go back to it one more time. I really want to burn this into your fucking head. That was the first time, and the crazy guy in sunglasses was yelling about it, and everyone's probably like, oh, big deal, it's an AI rendering, one gold statue. Now we're on statue 5. Being mentioned, discussed, possibly going to be built. On top of the Hitler ballroom with the Hitler bunker underneath and the Hitler arch. The very two things Hitler wanted to build, and Hitler's had a bunker underneath as well. He just couldn't build them because the plans were drawn up in 43. The war ended in 45. He didn't get it done. He was going to make Berlin the capital. What's your orange Antichrist doing, class? Wants to build an arch, wants to build a huge room, armored, refurbishing the whole bunker on your dime. So what's the next step? If he's following all of other Adolf's footsteps with the exact structures, well, what else did Adolf want to do? He wanted to make Berlin the capital of Germany, the capital of the world. So I assume Donnie's going to say DC is the capital of the world, or treat it that way. I thought he would make it Israel, but if you're building the bunker and the ballroom like Hitler and the arch like Hitler in that location, then I guess it'll be that location will be the capital of the United States. It makes sense. The capital of Germany. I just had this Israel kind of vibe because he's the Antichrist. Maybe he'll have two thrones, like I said. I don't know. So 2021 in CPAC. 2025 in February, we get this on the Holy Land, son. On the Holy Land, as I'm yelling, telling the world is the Antichrist. Again. Then September 25. This one in front of the Capitol, the one that the crypto bros did not pay the artist for, so he took it back. And it's in his studio until he gets 90 G's. Now the library plans. And remember, who could forget before he showed us this, I don't know, a week ago, days ago, he blurts out, when they build in my statue in Venezuela, and we all know he wants a gold one, of course. He didn't say that, but he doesn't need to. So we've got 5 examples of projected statues for the future because that Vital video, that solo that was the literal future Donnie and Bibi are building. That's also how I know it's real. And then Donnie and Bibi kind of pulled back a little bit after that commercial came out. They started pulling back from talking about the resorts and all that. And it's going to be about building housing. Remember? They didn't mention the resorts. Then all of a sudden, A few months ago, Jared Kushner comes back on the scene. Now they talk of resorts and high rises and living quarters for workers. And it's all right back to the original plan, Trump, Gaza, all of it. Because that plan never left. They just didn't talk about it no more, and they pretended it was about something else for a while. I saw one gold statue of the leader of North Korea. I saw one gold statue of the leader of China. When we discuss Donnie, we talk in 5, 6, 7. Either proposed, already built, and then the one in Venezuela as well, that's proposed, I guess. He'll force them to do it. Do you see the difference? Do you see why he's the one? Greater than Kim Jong, greater than Vlad, greater than Hitler, greater than Xi. I don't mean greater as in better in some way. Greater in evil. Greater in his desire for adoration than even them. Son. He has that same desire the devil does. That's why the devil picked him. Ceaseless glorification of himself and grifting, all he thinks about. He's talked many times over the years how he envies Vlad, Xi, Kim Jong. He said things like, no one talks when they talk. Yet the couch fucker interrupts me when I talk. He's made it quite clear for 10 years that he envies those people and he would love to be just like them. The big indicator all this was going to happen and what he's always aspired to be was this one thing. He had Hitler's speeches next to his bed. That tells me everything about a man. He's aspired to be Adolf Hitler his entire life. And now he's doing it. Complete with camps, mass Gestapo that murder us and kidnap us, meant to send out, meant to terrorize, rape, murder, kidnap, steal, cause chaos. Again, we got concentration camps all over the place. We got 45 dead in those camps so far since he took over. He's shipping people to countries they ain't even from as punishment, as cruelty. Abrego Garcia been begging to go to Costa Rica. You want me gone? You want to persecute me? You want to ruin my life? All right. I capitulate. Send me to Costa Rica. I'm out of your hair. You win. No, we want to send you to Africa so they kill you. Where you don't speak the language, no one likes you, you're not from the culture, you're an outsider, and you'll die or be enslaved. That's what we want to do to you. Why do we want to do that to you? Because the cruelty and terror is the point of the exercise. It is the point of the devil's existence. Never mind the Reich. They are utterly of the devil. Utterly. They live to be cruel. That's what you didn't know about Donnie, and you still don't. Again, do you think the monster Fred Trump sent this thing to military school for nothing, son? No, he was horrified. And he didn't know what to do, even though Fred was a damn sociopath himself. But he can't have his kid throwing rocks at babies, you know what I'm saying? Discipline must be instilled. Donnie did not take that well. That fucked him up for the rest of his life. Think of a pampered rich kid. Even though Fred was tight-fisted, I'm sure, still live a very privileged life. You have no real responsibilities except go and collect the rent from your tenements, from your roach motels. Then you can do as much coke and hookers and molest kids or whatever you do for the rest of the day. Throw rocks at babies, whatever Donnie was doing back then. Coke. Then all of a sudden your father comes to you and says, son, the good life is over. You go into military school. Oof. That would fuck up a narcissist piece of shit like Donnie so bad. So strongly. I'm sure he felt very betrayed. And he couldn't fathom the good life going away. At the hands of his own parents. Look, this thing always been associate. Born it, son. He was destined to be something. The most vile thing ever. Again, when they sent the Gestapo out, they told him to kill. They told him to kidnap. They told him to violate rights. That came out, actually, Stephen Miller. Someone leaked it just today or yesterday. That he sent him out to do certain things. He didn't take it as far as what I just told you. But I know that's what Stephen told him. I know that's what they all told him. Even though we didn't get that part of the conversation in the leak. We got enough. Look, he does a bad Joseph Goebbels impression every day. This isn't, again, this isn't clever. This isn't well hidden. It's a flat-out Nazi Reich right in front of your face, and they're acting out all their roles, and they're instituting all the policies. And still the news talks about it as if it's just, politics, and it's going to keep going for another 20, 30 years. No, son. Absolutely fucking not. Again, I told you the bill is due this fucking time. All of you, so many, voted evil time and time again for decades and decades. It was just normal. You walk away unscathed. Everyone else gets fucked over. Naught but a ticket of Satan. Every inch of it. Your entire life. The entire right-wing grift machine since 1945 was nothing but the devil. And you thought you'd continue that tradition. And it would never again wheel around like a cobra and bite you on the ass. Well, it literally ushered in the apocalypse, 1. It ushered in the end of the empire, 2. It's going to usher in World War III. It kind of already has. And you're going to have to pay the bill with your ass. No matter what you do. If you don't take the mark, well, then you get persecuted and probably killed. If you do take the mark, well, then you face plagues, Armageddon and the lake. It's not good for anyone. And that's all it ends up as. And it's guaranteed, son. I can tell by the 7 gold statues I just discussed, and the Hitler speeches next to his bed, and the Joseph Goebbels impression I see every day, and the concentration camps. I can tell by the woman they shot in the face, the man they shot in the back, the other woman they shot 5 times. That tells me instructions were given. You need to shoot the right people. We gonna hook you up if you do. We got your back. We'll whisk you away. Don't worry about it. Just keep it quiet. Already all happened, everything I just said. I know those instructions were given. It's obvious by the behavior. What I'm trying to say to you, another thing that hit me, when you look at that commercial, when you look closely at this statue, just look at it and feel for a minute. And feel what kind of vibe you get off it. Just look at it. An exaggeratingly thin, fake rendering of a man who faked an assassination attempt. And got people killed. That's before you voted for him, dumbass. What if you were at that rally? You would have felt safe, right? You're with your people, your MAGA folk, your Antichrist. Next thing you know, you're dead. Also, one man can be God. And your wife don't even condemn it. She plays along. Because it's her identity. Can't just admit I fucked up and I'm walking hand in hand with the devil. Maybe I should turn. Nope, too late. Got to keep walking with it. So many of your existence. You're too deep in. You'd rather die than say I was wrong. I fucked up. This motherfucker's evil. This movement is evil. Always was evil. I need to walk another way. My soul in danger. You would rather die, I know. I see you all out there. I see Fox News. Guess what? You're gonna die. Badly. The final death. Your death here is nothing. A joke in comparison. You would rather die than walk the other path. Because you feel like walking that other path would kill you. Because your whole identity is this. Because that's what you were told it is. And you've lived it too long. And you just know it's right. Right? The right-wing grift machine, your real religion, not Christ, not God. The right-wing grift machine, the football team, the team sport. That's your real religion, son. Again, like I've said so many times, there's a reason God is showing you all these things. There's a reason so much behind the scenes stuff that never came out about people before is coming out about Donnie. Because God wants to make sure when you get there, you can't. I didn't know God. What? I didn't know he was of the devil. The Hitler speeches didn't do it for you? Let me pretend I'm the man for a second. I don't think I'm God. I'm doing a skit. My son, Hitler's speeches didn't give you an indicator. Grab him by the... didn't give you an indicator. The 97 rape allegations didn't give you... The ties to Jeff Epstein in 2015 they showed us. Didn't give you pause. His warmongering in the first 6 months didn't give you pause. Putting kids in cages, intentionally separating from their parents so they never see them again, didn't give you pause. I don't really care, do you? Didn't give you pause. The coup didn't give you pause. The Epstein ties and allegations, his obvious ties to Russia, your enemy, the enemy of your nation, didn't give you pause. The Epstein files, the birthday letter, didn't give you pause. His wife falling down the stairs right before her deposition. The whole family is supposed to give depos that week. Convenient, huh? Then she gets buried on a golf course full of weeds. Take a look at the most recent pictures. Reminds you of something. Another person buried in a corner of a graveyard. They probably got the plot for free. Or for very little money. There's a hideous, shitty, gargoyle-type, half-ass rendered monster on a boulder. And a road crew. And no garnishment for the grave. Right by the road. Kind of reminds me of that. All the classified docs he stole and sold. Didn't give you pause. Bombing a girls' school didn't give you pause. His mass Gestapo shooting your fellow citizens in the fucking face in the back didn't give you pause. The Nazi salute. No? No pause? I could go on and on. My point is, there's a reason all of this is being shown. What the Rothschild, some of them are, not all of them. What Jeff Epstein was, what Peter Thiel is, what Leon is, what Zuckerberg is, what many others in the fashion industry, in the hotel industry, top CEOs I'm talking about. Prince Andrew. You got to see the actual emails and info. What hasn't been withheld from you? Because my God, what's in that? There's a reason they hiding it, son. They didn't release the files like the court told them to. They've only released a small fraction. And my God, he's in there like a million times. The footage of him and Epstein in the first term. That didn't give you pause, son. No, your dumbass running around. He stopped the friendship when he found out. No, Mar-a-Lago is a brothel, son. They had a teen pageant there the other day, too. On top of the little girl pageant they had in the little gowns. Remember that, son? Why does Donnie like to be around that so much? Why are they having that at Mar-a-Lago? Still to this fucking day. You know goddamn well why, son. This is what the man probably going to say to you when you I didn't know, Lord. I thought I was on the right side. Pro-life, Lord. Well, you weren't pro-life when that girl's school got bombed, son. You weren't pro-life when that lesbian got shot in the face. You were cracking jokes about it. You loved it. You weren't pro-life when the topic of the mass Gestapo came up. You said it was great. Huh. You weren't pro-life when Mr. Preddy got shot in the back. You thought that was awesome. So I don't think your pro-life stance is going to mean much when you're voting for Satan. I know I took the mark, Lord. Now I'm going to do one of you. Lord, I know I took the mark. But the Republican Party is pro-life. That's why I did it. And you know what the man going to say to you? That's great, son. You see that lake over there? Just jump the fuck in. Lord, I know I preached the gospel of the Antichrist for 10 years. But he said he was pro-life, even though he paid for like 97 abortions. I'd bet my life on it, son. You can actively participate in everything that is opposite of Christ and use that one thing to justify it all. That's amazing. That's the thread of Christianity that's there that you hold on to justify all the other Satan that your movement represents and always has. That's not good enough, son. I'm sorry. And honestly, all of you really need to ask yourself, were you ever really pro-life? Because the Republican Party stance is, yeah, we care about the fetus, even though they're all lying their fucking ass off. None of them give a fuck when their mistress gets pregnant. I promise you, son. None of them gives a fuck when they get caught with their gay lover either. The second the fetus is born, it's kick it when it's down. And no help unless you're rich. If you're poor and you take help, you're a scumbag. And we want all the money, and we want to enslave you. That's the right wing I'm talking about. And we want you to have no rights. And we want to track your every move. Not the liberals, son. They ain't building it. You are. You always were. You and your movement since 1945. Every second of every day, you were building it. Now we're here. I guess I'll end it with this. What if we were talking about the 7th rendering of a gold Obama statue? What if everyone was making gold Obamas? What if there was a commercial with a gold Obama statue on the Holy Land? What if Obama made a library and put a gold statue of himself? What if Obama made another country like Venezuela, after he stole their oil, put a gold statue of him up? Would you be cool with it? Of course you wouldn't. You'd be calling him crazy. He wants to be a dictator. He thinks he's God, all of it. Yet when it's on your team, just like the priests and pastors that know what I know, but it's on your team. Oh, that means you got to run. Don't rock the boat, right? It's going to cost you more than you're willing to pay. So this is about statue number 7, either already built or going to be built in the future in a commercial in another country. Donnie asked about his Venezuelan statue the other day, right in front of us all. This ain't even close to normal. This is Caesar level. This is Persian King Pharaoh level. This is a person like the tyrants of old who wanted to be worshipped as a god. This is the Antichrist. I don't want him to be. I wish he wasn't. I've been wishing that for 10 years. Every time I see one of these, though, because this is about the 7th one, I realize, yeah. Unfortunately, it's him. As much as I just want to be the crazy guy that's wrong, I really do. But I'm not. And Donnie proved it to me again today. What kind of behavior would I expect from the Antichrist described in the story that I've pondered for several decades and read many, many times? This. Especially the one on the Holy Land. And no, I don't think it was satire, son. Get the fuck out of here. Not buying that for a fucking second. Satire a month in before any of the bombs drop. Of a whole Trump Gaza. No fucking way. I'm trying to show you what he is. He ain't just a man. This isn't just normal. This isn't just politics. It's going to go away in 2 years. I see people saying that. We're going to vote them all out. We're going to do. No, you're not. They planned for every contingency, and he has the blessing. I know you don't understand that concept. You don't have to. Adolf Hitler had the blessing as well. I explained it to you. They tried to kill him a bunch of times. No. He was meant to die in that bunker by his own hand. No, I don't think he escaped. Why? Because he had the blessing of someone. That's why that Reich was able to succeed as long as it did and be a thing. How do I know? It's all happening again. They're building the same exact thing. So the devil into it. Because he's the devil's people again. The same people from 1933. Hitler had the blessing, so he was untouchable. Until he was allowed to be touched by his own hand. The blessing no longer protected him. Donnie only has the blessing allegedly for 42 months. The trick is, again, when does the 42 months start? But that's a strict time frame given. Then we can ask the question, is it 42 consecutive months? But that's kind of not fair if it's not. And I really wonder, again, because of what I'm witnessing day after day, after the amount of abominations, that's how the 42 months is described, that he will spout blasphemies for these 42 months. He'll be given authority for these 42 months. What is he doing every day? Spouting blasphemies. Every second of every day. So how the fuck are we not in the 42 months? It sure feels like we is. Gold statue number, I don't know, 7. Again, I only found one gold statue of the Chinese leader. I only found one of Kim Jong. We all number 7 for Donnie. That should make clear to you the difference, the level of difference. It should make clear to you, yeah, the devil picked this motherfucker. No one loves glorifying themselves. Like, even Vlad don't have gold statues of himself all over the place. You notice that? And he's the most evil guy I can think of on the planet right now. Donnie's making a great case that it's going to be him, though. And I have a feeling by the end, yes. So gold statue number 7, and what I'm trying to say, and again, I'm not trying to say this to be dramatic because I enjoy it. I'm trying to make you understand the serious peril of this, that this is not normal reality that we are used to dealing with, no matter how normal people try and make it. This is a supernatural thing. And no one loves glorifying themselves. So this story in scripture of a mark and a one world currency that's cashless, and a police state and a one world government with a king, because that's the type of adoration the person will require. It doesn't sound so far-fetched anymore now that we see this entity. It was almost an outdated concept to us because of where we live, the freedom we had. Those kind of tyrants were from history books. So that don't happen no more, right? Because we can't see inside North Korea. We can't see inside Russia. We can't see inside Iran. We can't see inside China. That's where those kind of tyrants are right now, and other places. But we can't see it. In olden times, when these tyrants are in the history books that we read about, there was no way to hide it, really. The barbarity was just right out in the open. And everybody knew what it was. Now we got propaganda and television and radio and hiding everything. All I can say is this. I've never seen an entity. I can't compare him to anyone. Again, even Hitler didn't have gold statues of himself all over the place. It's at this point what I'm trying to say. Doesn't seem so far-fetched that he could think he's God. And remember, he's getting older and older, losing his mind more and more, but he's been like this all his life. He's always expected all of us out here to treat him like a king or a god. And he's going to literally expect it. And his digital currency already exists. And it already has the number. The beast system, the number of the beast, that is also the number of a man. So that's already there. The mark itself could be a chip, could be a million different things. The RFID tattoo, could a wearable like RFK Jr. wants in the next 4 years. All of us to have. Something to track us, something to see inside our body. That existed a long time ago. There's already people with RFID chips in their hands. Google it. So that already exists. That's could easily be rolled out. We already got the biometrics and all that going. It's all there, son. And the third component, besides the currency, the mark, the adoration, the worship. This is what this man wants in his library. Now ask yourself the question, is it such a far-fetched idea that the thing that wants this in their library and on the Holy Land would want you to worship him as a god? Does that seem so far-fetched? When you look at Donnie, when you look at how his sycophantic Reich members know they have to give a complimentary speech about him at every meeting, and they go around the table and they do it. They all say how great he is. We witness this over and over again. We see the gold statue renderings and the ones that already exist. This is Donnie himself saying, I want a gold statue in my library of me. Of the 666 moment. The fight, fight, fight moment. Not some Vital solo guy lying and saying it's satire. Donnie's associating himself with it now. Directly. Can't blame it on some Israeli cinematographer. Can't make him lie for you. Donnie taking credit. My point is, does it seem so far-fetched he would ask for your straight-up worship? I don't think it does. Don't take the mark. Have a wonderful evening. Oh, hit the PayPal. I'll put it up, please. I'd appreciate it. Have a good night.